a lot of people are kind of confused about what Naked City is trying to do, and a lot of critics have written about it from a completely erroneous point of view. That's my nice way of saying they're all full of shit, which I believe. Basically, we're just trying to put some music together, you know what I mean? People are making into this big sociological statement. People, I think, in our age group, mid-30s, late 20s to 30s right now, grew up with more different kinds of music, and that's reflected in the music that they make. Musicians and composers are influenced by what they hear and what they see, and it comes out in their music in different ways. Born in the 50s and growing up through the 60s, I grew up and spent my, grammar school days listening to soul, listening to classical music, listening to surf, listening to all this different shit. And the result is something like Naked City. We're doing it with as much love as we possibly can, and critics who usually walk around with padlocks on their ears think that we're doing some kind of ironic parody of, one thing or another. When I do covers and arrangements of other music, they think that I'm trying to make some joke out of it. That's not true at all. When we cover a Beach Boys song, it's because I think Brian Wilson is one of the great geniuses of the 20th century. Period. Stop. When I announce that in concert, everybody laughs like it's some kind of a joke. If I mentioned Ted Nugent, they'd be going, "Well, yeah, man. Give me a break." So Brian Wilson, yeah, and I don't know, who else did we cover on the Naked City record? Well, Morricone, John Barry, Mancini, the soundtrack composers. And for me, soundtrack music is a music that also draws upon a lot of different influences and exists in a very special world because of that. The composers who work in that genre have to be familiar with all the new techniques of recording. They have to be familiar with rock, with jazz, with classical, with country, with anything that's going to be appropriate for the film that they score. So it's a new kind of mixed music. The way rock is a kind of mixed music. A lot of the musics that were born in this century are really strange mixes of things. The idea of music being some kind of pure statement of one ethnic group or another ethnic group. I can't think about that. To me, everything's all mixed up in the world, and people are putting things together in their own ways. Here's a perfect example of that. What a great segue. This is the fabulous notes and beats of the Indian Carnatic Jazz by T.K. Ramamurthy. Let's hear... There's a great track on here with a conch shell solo. Let's hear Kanakangi on side 2. This record is Indian